Well, hello again. How are you? Hey, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Welcome to another night of the KBBU Behind the Scenes. Welcome. If this is your first time watching, we are a business university and we teach all things business. So we have a wealth of business education. We collaborate with entrepreneurs all around the world. And our KBBU team here is Coach Cornell, Coach Dr. Mary, Coach Dr. Tina, Coach Doris, Coach Preston, and Coach Yoshi in the house. Say hello, everyone. Woo! We are super excited. So tonight we have a weekly business school class. And from that class, what we do every Wednesday from 7:30, I'm sorry, not 7:30. Yes, what we do every Wednesday from 7:30 till 9 o'clock is do the class during the school term. And then we at 9:30 come on to share with the world and our students in class some tips on business. So let's talk entrepreneurship here. If you know an entrepreneur, go ahead and tag that entrepreneur. Make sure that you yourself are subscribed, like, and share. Listen, let's have a conversation about what's going on with our topic tonight, which is so interesting. And I'm in all the way my element right now. I'm all the way in my element. And that is business money. Hey! Business money in the house. Hey, business money in the house. Okay, so who we gonna have go first? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have Preston go first. Come on back in the screen. We can't even see you. All right, Preston, what do you want to share with the world about business money tonight?
Turn that mic on, bro.
Yeah, we can't hear you. That's unusual.
What about now?
Yes,
Can you hear me now?
you're good to go. You're good to go.
I had an extra screen set up. It was taking away my time. But money makes the world go round, but you gotta have direction. So I'll
Gotta
start
have
out with
direction.
that.
Money
Yes,
makes
you
the
gotta have
world go
direction.
round.
Yes, it does.
But you gotta have direction. So what you're saying is that they gotta have a plan.
Yes, you gotta have a plan. Right now, the majority of people in society have plans on spending money, but not. Yeah, it's the truth. Like I wrote in the chat that we're inheriting debt instead of generational wealth.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like the debt from your mother, your grandmother, great grandmother. It's like a lot of that, unless somebody like Dr. Tina said steps in and breaks that curse, breaks that trend. That's all we get. And this is a sad case. Like I know a lot of people. I mean, it's all across the board, but a great majority of people, a funeral can make or break them. Either you're gonna be paying it out, or if that person had a policy, and then you got to go with all the infighting. There's so much to it, but still, that's just the essence of it all. You got to have a plan, right?
Now you done spoke some words right there, Preston. You said a funeral will break us, and I just had my stepmom passed last week. We had a funeral, and you are not lying about that. A funeral can make or break a person.
Yes.
So when it comes to our finances, one of the things we better have in order is some life insurance that the students learn tonight. But that's not all. You need an investment. You need a plan for living, and you need a plan for when you leave this earth.
And you need to be honest with yourself. They need to be honest. Like you taught me compound interest. I heard it all my life. Compound interest, but you can hear it, and if somebody does not break down what them compound and the interest means, it's just a nice phrase, right? Really, it is. And nobody teaches you all the cool catchphrases and cliches. That's all you got an excellent vocabulary, but you broke.
Now, Preston, now wait a minute. We're talking to billions of people out here. So you mean to tell me you're going to give one of our secrets away in class? That we're going to tell the world that we are telling people about compound interest?
If they mess around and listen, if they come in listening,
So if you are an entrepreneur, or if you're not an entrepreneur, you're just thinking about improving your finances. Listen, I'm a financial advisor, And we are talking about tonight business money. But one of the major topics is compound interest. One of the major topics about how you can accrue wealth is learning what compound interest is and how to use it with the money that you have. So we discussed that with our students tonight, and I think everybody was just kind of like in a deer in headlights mindset right there. Everybody was kind of like shocked, right? Okay. But thank you, Preston. That's cool. But that is definitely a part of the things that we are trying to help people with is to really create generational wealth. We're trying to help people not just get out of debt, not get out of the mindset cycle of being impoverished and thinking that everybody owes them something, but we're trying to help you to stand up and see who you were created as to be so that you can live that fabulous lifestyle that you always been dreaming about. You can live that lifestyle by helping people, by being able to give, being able to contribute. But I ain't going to teach again. So let me hush. Let me go bring up our next coach. Thank you, Preston. I appreciate that. Can we have Dr. Mary go ahead and give us some feedback on what she took away from tonight and want to tell the world?
Man, every time I hear it, Michelle, but it took me back to when I was actually in college. And you'll find that most of the professors in college are not business owners. They have the theory of what they went to school. Somebody taught them. And so that's why when you get into business and they give you all this information, but it's the application of the information that they can't give you. So that's the reason why they can only take us but so far. And this is why KBBU is so important, because not only do you take us there, but then we have the application. And then you have people that we can just take our business and monetize and take it to the next level and display it through what is it? CTR network with Dr. Tina to the world. Y'all, it's not just a one-stop shop here. You get to go up and up and up and up and up. At every level, there is more to learn. And it just dawned on me tonight that when my professors were teaching me on the undergraduate, on the graduate level, and the PhD level, these were not people that were in the trenches. These were people that were in theory. And this is why KBBU is so important.
My goodness, Dr. Mary. Now that is some stuff right there.
Yeah.
That is some stuff for you to understand, public. Anyone that's watching out there, you got to think about, you go to school for all these years. Like you say, you're going to get your bachelor's, your master's, your PhD. You know, you become a doctor and you still don't know this information from a perspective of being a business owner because you don't have that experience. Right. You're still in the same mindset as someone on a lower level income of being an employee, not an employer. Now that is significant. That is huge. Wow,
so basically, you and Dr. Mary just said you can be a doctor, you can have a doctorate level knowledge and still be an intern, huh?
Correct.
Yes. Look at me.
Volunteer.
Wow.
For real.
That was a zinger right there, boy, because people come out of school thinking they're just so well versed, and they are. They're well versed on the lesson plan, but not the life practical application.
Yeah.
Say that again, Dr. Mary. I didn't hear what you were saying.
I said, no, I'm agreeing with Preston. It is so in theory. When we're going to school, people are teaching us mostly from theory, not from application.
Wow.
And so we wonder why we keep going around the mulberry bush, because these people have the knowledge, but they don't know how to implement the very knowledge they're teaching us in the classroom.
Wow.
And this is why KBBU is so important. It hit me tonight when I was listening. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I didn't learn this in school. I did go get a PhD, but they didn't tell me this.
Oh my goodness. That is really huge. Wow. That is really something to think about. So that lets you know the level of understanding and application that KBBU is here to offer you. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're watching us for the very first time, guess what? we can help you in your business. Not only do we help you with setting up your company and making sure all of your legal ramifications are intact, but we help you with business money, business credit. You trying to get a loan? You trying to get a grant? Guess what? We got it covered. We also help you with HR, managing your company, the operations of customer relationship management systems, are also known as CRMs. And then we take you all the way through to marketing, media, and sales. And we have a person that teaches. One of these coaches is in every single course that we have at KBBU. So listen, what you waiting on? You know you ain't trying to go out here and do this life by yourself in business. Go ahead to www.kbbullc.com, or you can call us at 855-KBBU. So let's go. Let's go, Dr. Mary. That was good. Preston, yes. Come on through, coaches. I'm ready to hear from Mr. Cornell. Come on. Let's go, Mr. Cornell.
Can you hear me pretty good?
Yes, sir. We got you loud and clear.
I'm going to throw the nation out there. No, I'm not going to say a bone, but a word of knowledge. Titus is the area that you first pay, that you first got to get your money out to. You pay your tithes. It ain't always the church.
Oh, I feel them bullets hitting. I feel them.
Some
I
people
feel
like
them
to sit,
stabs.
some people like to sit on that money. They don't get you out there. You got to pay your tithe to the right people. You know, it ain't always the church. And the second thing is when you first start your business, unless you really got it going on, you got to have multiple incomes.
Yes.
You can't think, okay, you're gonna make money right away. You got to have multiple incomes that help pay those bills. And that's all I'm gonna throw you, because you need to come here to learn the rest. I'm telling you, man, we got ways of getting that money in your pocket. Come on, get it. Come on down to KBBU. We'll get you straight.
I love it, Mr. Cornell. Coach Cornell in the house dropping diamonds. I'm trying to tell you, he dropping pearls. So let's talk about that for a second. We're talking about tithing, and not always is it best to tithe in a religious sector. Sometimes we need to think about, what about the people that are homeless? What about the people who are, they don't have a home, or there's a domestic violence situation? What is the passion that you are drawn to in the nonprofit community? What is the impact that you really want to make a difference in? Maybe it's something that you've gone through personally yourself. Maybe there was verbal abuse or physical abuse. Maybe it was that you were adopted, so you want to help the orphans. Maybe it was, whatever the case is. Maybe you like animals. I know my daughter that's in London, she loves animals. So it don't matter what kind of animal it is, she gonna give to some type of animal nonprofit. She's gonna give to some type of charity that's gonna help those animals.
And
So
I just want to add, ma'am, those people, they see you. They see what
yes,
you're doing, and they're gonna remember you, and they're gonna come see you.
absolutely.
Whatever business you got, they're gonna come see you. So yeah, be aware who you're tied to.
That's right. You got to make sure that you know what's up. You know what's up when it comes to where you are paying your tithe and offering. And some of us don't even know the term tithe and offering. It is a religious term. But when it comes to the understanding of it in the public entity, we're looking at when you give to a charity of some kind. The first rule of finances is to give. And if you learn to do that off the top, maybe your parents taught you to give, maybe your family members, or maybe a friend across the street taught you to give, or maybe you've encountered that person that's always willing to give and give and give and give. It's not that they are giving because they just so, loving and kind. Of course, they have a heart, but there is also another purpose to giving. And that's what we teach you at KBBU. Now, y'all thought I was going to give that away. I ain't. But you can learn it. Go ahead and sign up at www.kbbullc.com. And right now, we only offer the one-on-one private sessions. We don't have the undergraduate course that we are currently in and teaching and coming on live after our class weekly. That class doesn't start up again until the end of August, about mid-August. So if you want to get prepared for coming to the next class, go ahead and submit your registration. We do have open registration now for the next class, and you have until August to pay that off. And yes, the price is with a comma. All right. So let's see who we have next. Doris. Can we have Coach Doris go and talk a little something about what she learned tonight and what she want to share with the world?
Yes, yes. Like I was saying in class, when it comes to this subject, money and funding is there's a lot. It's like a whole different world, especially when you're coming from a place. I look at it as a place of dependency versus independence.
Oh, good one.
Yes, because it's like your whole life you've been taught how to think one way, and you've been conditioned to believe this is the way, and that's how life is. And then you come into the world of business. It's just like when you start learning about your government, you start learning about the importance of knowing the rules and regulation. And it's like the first time you start understanding or start realizing, like, oh, I can just not just get up and do whatever I want to do. There's actual limits and rule and regulation to stop me from, just going out there and just doing anything. Yeah. So I would say um we have been conditioned. It's not easy. It's not an easy matter, or it's something that's going to require a lot of, like what some of the coach was saying tonight, self-awareness um when it comes to understanding finances, and not realizing coming into business is not it's going to take you setting your foundation right in order for things to go in a smooth path for you. I didn't understand that. I thought I was just going to come in and as an entrepreneur, and I would just start, getting these funds because, all this advertisement of, oh yeah, set this up, do this one. And then, once you have a little bit of good credit, or you have this set up here, you're going to be getting funds, you're going to be getting free money and all this. And I'm like, yes, sign me up. So when I first came to KBBU, it was like, okay, but I was so focused on getting funds that, even all the talk and about money and everything, that just flew over my head, because I've been in the financial industry and not understanding. I hear it, but it didn't make sense. Like it was just like, okay. But now being the entrepreneur and going through the experience, it's like, oh, that's why it's so crucial as you start your journey to have people who have been there and who understand, what it's like and have the experience. And that's what you have, Michelle. And it's very good. It's very important, because this is not something that they teach in school. they
No.
they don't teach you, like what Dr. Mary was saying. It's like when she said about the theory, that got me, because I'm like, this is exactly the same in when it comes to laws and regulations. Like you will get attorneys, right? Attorneys is the same way. They don't have the
Yes.
experience. They just know what the book says. So when you ask a question, they even have to go back and look in the books. I'm just saying. And then it's like it's a whole different ball game when you're talking to someone who just know information based off of the book knowledge, but don't really have experience or have applied it. So it's like
Woo.
you ain't going nowhere with that, because that's all you're gonna know too. You can only teach someone what you know, and what you know is what you've been taught your whole life. So changing and getting in the mindset of a real entrepreneur, a business owner, is something that is crucial, and we need it starts immediately. Is time is not on your side, because coming now looking at what I know and being where I'm at, I'm like, okay, this is serious.
Yes. I love it. Thank you, Coach Doris. So I like what you said at first. We are coming from a place of dependency to interdependency. Interdependence is where we are not dependent on anybody. We're not codependent. We're
Right.
not dependent, but we're interdependent with a higher source. And our higher source is the Lord Jesus Christ. Hello? Everything that we do here is dependent on Him. So we're interchanging, we're interdependent with Him, and we are taking His resources that He has given us, and we are using them the proper way. So I love how you said, like, you come from a place where you learn how to do how to actually have your money where you're spending your money, but then you learn how to invest your money. And that's a whole different arena. You're moving from a lower class level to skipping a middle class level to a upper class level. And now you're in the 6 and 7 figure arena because now you have changed mindsets. So I love that, Coach Doris. That was fire. Let's go. Come on through. Yes. I love it, coaches. Y'all killing the game tonight, tonight, tonight. All right. So I'm going to switch this up a little bit. Can I have Coach Yoshi go? And last but not least, Dr. Tina after Coach Yoshi. Let's talk about what you got tonight. Let's tell these billions of people watching us.
Hey, I had to pull over. I said, nah, they gonna see me on this one. I pulled over. The truck stopped. Can y'all hear me good though?
Yes, we can. Go
Oh
ahead. Go
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
sir.
I pulled over on this. All right. So first thing is funny though because like I was really frustrated, aggravated today because you know what I'm saying because of business money management and stuff and things going on, and just like with my business growing and like you know what I'm saying I'm working and like and if you don't have certain things in place, like if rain gonna come, storms gonna come. That's life. Like we don't cry
Yes.
over that. You know what I'm saying? We cowboy up. We put our boots on and we cowboy up. Like that's not the issue. The issue is when things go that way and stuff, and if you don't have a storehouse, you know what I mean, then things get tight. And then if you don't have things in place to protect your business, you know what I'm saying, that's when it gets aggravating. Because like I do good job, I have work, but if you don't have contracts is the key, people. I can't tell you enough about this. Your contracts is the key. Michelle talks about that all the time, but I don't think people understand. I do now because I want when you got over like $40,000 owed out to you, you know what I mean? Like, and you got to start taking some people to court and stuff. But when you got 40 band, that's different. That's some people's salary in a year.
Woo.
Like that's not like it's people that's on Snap on TV for less money than that. It's people who done got put assassinated for a quarter of that. You know what I'm saying? Like so
Woo.
we talking like that's real money. Like and that right there will bring a person down who ain't foundation and settled in the Father. But I know who I serve. So anywho, my spirit was in a vex. You know what I'm saying? Because and I was like I was really about to text Michelle. I'm like Michelle, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it to class today because I don't like being in the energy of a place like that because I want to make sure I'm giving my best. I want to make sure the Father's speaking and I want to do everything I can do. If I can't do 100, you know what I'm saying? What the old church song 99.9 won't do. You know what I mean? I want to do 100. That's what the old hymn say. You know what I mean? And that's how I felt. But sometimes when you know where you need to be, the enemy will aggravate you more in a place to try to get you distracted from where you need to be because it make you feel like you don't need to be there and this is where you need to be. So and the whole class was talking about everything that I was aggravated about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was the funny part. Like, so the first part of it just like me knowing, like, I always trust your process and trust the Father and know where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you feel like it or you're not. And I know I need to be with my family. That's y'all. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, like when I'm
Oh,
going through and stuff, iron sharpening iron, like. And now it's about to get to that semester, and I'm tearing up right now because you know what I'm saying. Because it gets hard, it gets aggravating, y'all. It gets tired. It gets tiring when you know what I'm saying, when you know you doing everything that you can do, and you know that you give your all, and you know you give your heart, and then people still in this world is evil enough to try to take food from your mouth and your family for no reason, and then but you a different person, so you can't react in the way that you want to react because you got to let your father handle this. But you
oh,
know what I mean. But like that gets you be emotional because I get emotional when I can't react to my flesh like I want to. I was that kid that I didn't cry when you hit me. I cried because I couldn't hit you back. My mama didn't let you hit you back. You know what I'm saying? That's who I was. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the one who was upset that you hit me. No, I'm upset because the teacher got you and I can't hit you back. You know what I'm saying? So I want my lick back. So it makes me emotional when I gotta be patient. But I know his lick, my father lick is always heavy handed more than mine. So I gotta wait and just be patient. But it gets aggravated. So today class is amazing because it's funny that this is one of my weakest area because my strongest area is sales. so so my strongest area is I can bring in money, revenue. My strongest area is I'm like, and I'm not being cocky or conceited. I feel like hands down one of the best sellers in the world. I'm not going to.
yeah.
I'm like,
You're
and I
really
like I'm like
good. Correct.
it ain't too many that can really. And I've been in all atmospheres, and I'm sold on different levels, and I've been around top executives, and I've been with the president of sales of HR sales of Verizon, headquarter company, who sat and came all the way down to Valentine to sit at my desk to listen to how I sell. And gave me nothing but praises and kind of slipped me a little card saying, if you ever want to lead this company and you want to come over here, like, and I don't have to pop my collars and my accolades. I got trophies. I proved my point. Like, hands down, I think I'm one of the best. But what good is it that you can bring in all this money that you could go bankrupt in a day because you don't know how to manage it? And it made me think
Whoa,
like it made me think
wait
like
a minute.
like what good is it? What good? It made me think about like and so I'm driving. I said I need to pull over because they gotta see my face on this one. They're gonna see the redness and they're gonna understand this kind of power because you gotta understand. I done all my life. I grew up and watched millionaires on TVs and billionaires and who go bankrupt and kill themselves, who had everything. And I sat back and I think at times like, man, if I had all that, it ain't no way I end up like that. You know what I'm saying? If I had that much money, it ain't no way that I could be in that position like that. Like you look at MC Hammer, who made all that money, then boom, he ain't got nothing. You see all these stars and these people that got all this money, but how do you become a multi-millionaire by night and be broke by morning? Because you don't
Woo.
understand how to manage your money. You don't understand. You don't have a people in your corner to teach you financial advice. Like whoever taught us, especially as minorities, how to manage money. Like half of us never even had a piggy bank. Who bought their kids piggy banks? What parents
Okay.
bought you piggy banks? So as a kid, buying a kid a piggy bank is the first explanation of savings. You teaching a kid
Correct.
savings right there. You teaching it when you buy a kid piggy bank to say. So I sat back and I think like I ain't never have a piggy bank. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do I know what to say? Soon as I get my dollar, I hear the ice cream truck. I hear that pop go to Weasel. The Weasel go pop. I'm outside with a lollipop. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Because like I never thought about saving those dollars. For only thing I ever wanted to save my money for, honestly, is like because I used to want to give my money. I used to want to pay my time to the father. Like I was that kid. Like I always had a heart for the father as a kid. I used to, but I'd be like, I wouldn't go give it into the church. I kick my dollar. My mom would be like, "Why you didn't put your dollar in church?" Because I tied it to a balloon. Harris Teeter used to give you free balloons. I tied my dollar to the balloon. I said, "Nah, I'm giving my dollar to God." You know what I'm saying? And I tied it to the dollar. Now, probably got hit by an airplane or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, a dollar fell on somebody. You know what I'm saying? You never know. It might have been a homeless person hungry, and a dollar hit them in their head. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you
But
saying that balloon went was you tied a real dollar to the
I
balloon
used
and
to,
it went
yep,
to
my mama
heaven?
didn't give me, yep, I say my balloon going to heaven. I get my dollar to the father. You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
bless somebody. You don't
I
bless
done,
somebody out
I done
there.
blessed plenty of people. They got balloon pop dollars all over the world right now because of me. They don't even know about it. but it weighs so heavy on my heart. Like I can teach anybody how to make money. Like I'm talking about, it don't matter what your product is and what you how your business. It's a gift with me. Like I can see it, I can visualize. I'm like, okay, this is what you do. Hey, do you know you can make money out this way? Like it just comes to me like a gift.
Right.
But what good is that if I can't keep that? What good is that if I don't know how to manage it when he give me? And then the father say, well done, my good and faithful servant. You were faithful over a few things, so I'll make you rule over many. We can never be ruler over many if we can't be faithful over the few. So if I can't be faithful over the few, then what good is it that I could bring in? I could bring in $1 billion, but if I don't know how to manage 30, then what am I doing? So
Come
like what am I
on.
doing? What is my purpose? So like it hit me so hard today. And it let me know that like I can shine like Samson, but I still can get my hair cut off and I'm weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing without that. But that's why I'm glad I'm a part of KBBU. That's
Woo.
why I'm glad I'm a part of this team, and that's why I needed to see my family. That's why the devil tried to keep me from talking to y'all because he wanted to
Yes.
keep me in that poverty. No, 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 no. It's like you know what I'm saying. Like if I can attack on fighting, you know what I'm saying. If I'm a greatest striker, I can hit you anytime I want to hit you. But if I can't defend myself, if I ain't got no defense, then what we gonna do? We gonna be slugging and I'm gonna get knocked out. So every fight I win, it don't look like I win. I'm coming out
Exactly.
bloodier than the man who lost. You know what I'm saying? But I won because I landed more licks. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to win because I had to make more money than my debt. No, that's not the way to live. Who wants to live that way?
No.
It gets so tight. That's why so many people give up on business. That's why it's so easy to go back to 9 to 5. Because of 9 to 5, you ain't got to manage that. All you do is manage your hours. You ain't managing the money. HR managing the money. That corporation managing the money. The people in place doing it. All you do is clock in and clock out. It's
That's
a
right.
different lifestyle. Like so, it's real out here. And it just woke me up and it hit me like you the greatest salesman. But what good is that if you can't keep that in your money? You know what I'm saying? You can't be the greatest
Woo.
saver. If you're the greatest salesman, but you don't know how to save. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, and that's why I told people earlier, like, don't take that personal what she's saying. What she's saying is the truth. Let the truth set you free. Because
Yes.
I can remember the first time in that class, she was saying that stuff. I was like, I looked at her a little bit, my nose. I'm like, you don't know, you know how much money you know what checks I got coming in. You know what I got, but yeah, the checks come in. They do come in. Here they go, just as fast as they
And
come
that's the
in.
thing.
It,
That's the
they come so.
thing.
Go
That's the
ahead.
thing. It don't matter about the zeros that are behind your name. It's
No,
what only thing that matters is about your revenue. And if you are in a deficit because you got so much debt, and I'm not talking to you per se, Coach Yoshi, I'm talking to the world, these billions of people out here. Just because you have these zeros behind your name don't mean anything if you're in the hole. I know millionaires. I know billionaires. They are in my credit repair program and they are in deficits. Do you
facts.
understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So, therefore, you should not be afraid of going to the next tier, nor should you be comparing yourself against someone who makes a lot more money than what you earn.
Facts.
You
Facts.
need
So
to
true.
understand that the key to finances and wealth is how you manage your money.
Man,
Do you
that is
have revenue? Do you have profit? Do you have an income? Do you have the ability to create, as a business owner, shares in your organization?
facts.
Can you take your business public where other people can invest into your company on a regular basis on the stock exchange? Oh,
Facts.
so y'all didn't know we talk like that in here at KBBU? Yes, we do.
Oh no, we get real in here. It gets
Oh,
real
we
in
go
here.
all the way? Yes, we do.
Last thing I want to say is that like, and also an attitude like, just think about how many NFL players and NBA players that you see that didn't have a finances when they came in as a rookie, and they made all this money, then the injury comes, and then they get hurt, and then they didn't manage their money because they were living that lifestyle at that time, and then now they have to, you know what I'm saying? Now they working at a they the local man or they homeless or they end up getting strung out because they got to have a substance to help them, and like and that's the part. It made me think about that movie Cadillac Records, and which was one of my favorite, like Muddy Waters, which is one of the greatest blues players that ever did it, sold the most greatest music and all that, but he was so fascinated with Cadillacs, houses, and chains. And I remember when Howlin' Wolf came on there, and like they was like, "Oh, we're gonna get you a Cadillac." He said, "I don't want no Cadillac." He said, "I want this old truck." And it was like, "Oh," he said, "You'll get you one soon." He said, "Nah." He said, "Cause he said this truck." He said, "That Cadillac own you, but this truck I own it. It don't own me though."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so then when Little Walter died, they didn't even have enough of money to bury Little Walter. Wolf had to come and give him a check. Chuck Berry used to make bologna sandwiches and eat in the parking lot before he'd spend money in the diner. And because he did that, after everything ended, he still had money. So the only ones who had money was Wolf and all that because everybody else was living on that part. And especially as minorities who don't have nothing. When we don't have nothing, we want to live like the Joneses so much that what gains a man to profit the world but lose his soul? We lose our soul for the finances instead of saving our money to make generational wealth. I'm done. I ain't
Come
got nothing
on
else to say
now.
on that, man.
Hello. There we
I got
go. That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about right there.
Whew.
Yes. Now you done said a whole mouthful and a half and everything else. I love it. I love it.
I
That
got my
was
emotion out
really
this year. Now I ain't crying no more. I done got my one tears out this year. Now y'all leave me alone, Michelle. I done got my.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Thank you, Coach Yoshi. That was really good. It was profound. So y'all see, we come from the heart. This is not a scripted KBBU behind the scenes. Is behind the scenes. We are real raw, and this is the real deal. We're going to come to you with the truth. We're going to set you free with the truth. Okay, so this is how we do it, KBBU. We not blowing any smoke up your butt. We're not going around trying to be fancy and knowing that we broke. We're not pretending. We're not acting like, okay, well, this is how it is. No, we're going to give it to you straight. Now you might get choked a little bit, but we're gonna help you with some water. Okay? That's how we do at KBBU. So if you're considering being a business owner, if you are already a business owner, go ahead. You see the website right there, www.kbbullc.com. What you waiting for? Private strategy sessions and including the opportunity to come to the undergraduate class and continue your business education in the VIP master's class. So y'all think tonight was good for the undergrads that are watching? Listen, when y'all get to the VIP master's class, that's a whole different arena. Y'all ain't ready. Okay, last but not least, can we have Coach Dr. Tina to finish us off for the night on business education, business money tips? Let's hear it. Let's hear what you got to say.
So basically, tonight's class, the first, and by the way, you guys, this is the first class of this particular section. So just imagine how deep it's going to be with the weeks to come.
Woo!
Now, with that being said, we have heard this phrase so much in our life that what you don't know can't hurt you.
Mm.
And we have learned today that that is a lie. That's a lie. Because many of you that's watching, including myself at one time, and many other people, what you don't know in regards to how to manage money has been hurting you and hurting your family for centuries. This is not
Mm.
a problem that just occurred. This is a problem that is carried on throughout generations. And it takes one person to say, I am done, I am finished, this is it. This stops with me. And so, one thing that I love is that to see the light bulbs going off with the students today, um, and recalling how I felt when I first heard this. It was so different. Even though Michelle was speaking English, I felt like she was speaking a whole different language because I have never been exposed to this type of information, and also having someone share it because I heard the terms over the years, but I didn't really understand. And then even when I asked questions, it still wasn't clear. And so even though we're talking and discussing all of these topics that are not discussed every day, I would say in general, but she breaks it down and then she gives you one-on-ones and all that stuff like that. So I just want people to understand that
if we throw around trending words such as legacy and wealth like it's just a fad, like it's just a new outfit. I want generational wealth. I'm going to be the generational cursor breaker. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But do you really know how? Do you really know how? And tonight gave us the first entry to enter into the how with the blueprint. This is what the 1%ers do. Now, I'm not going to go into detail what she discussed, because if you want to know, you need to invest in yourself, because you got to lay a seed in order to get some seeds back. That's the problem. Many of us want this wealth, but we don't want to invest to get the knowledge in order to get the information to incur wealth. So I need you guys to work against that tendency to hold yourself back. I need you to look at this as an opportunity, as your confirmation that if you have been that person that you feel that you are the one in your family that is destined to change the trajectory of your entire family, you always felt that in your spirit, you always was different, and you have these dreams and these aspirations, and you see yourself in a position that it's like a dream. It's not a dream, it's a vision. And I
Oh, did she freeze?
I think she froze.
Oh man, it was so good, Dr. Tina. Come back, come back. Come back. So
She gotta be
okay,
messing
here
with
I am.
us.
Here I am.
I
Every
about
time
to
it
say,
get good, every time it get good, the enemy want to stop it. Okay. But anyway, what I would say, you have been hoping, wishing, praying, struggling, challenging, going through all the negative stuff, pretty much the better part of your life. Okay. And you're wondering how to change it. This is how you change it, with the information. If you don't understand how money works, you can never make money work for you. You will always be a slave to money. I don't care if you make 6 figures a year, you will never be able to be happy, because as soon as it comes in your hand, it will go out, because you don't have the skill to manage it, and you don't understand how money flows. That's why I like to call money currency, because if you think about the current of a river or an ocean, it always is free flowing. It always come and circle back around to you, just like a boomerang. You throw it out, it's going to come back to you. So this class with business money actually taught us how to make our money continuously come back to us from a business perspective, but also teaching us how, on a personal perspective, to make sure that money is free flowing in abundance over and over. And then this is the kicker, that it is no longer just about you. Now you have the skills, you have the understanding to be able to build that legacy, that wealth. And now you have just become the curse breaker.
woo!
Okay. And so once you understand it, you're not afraid of taxes. You get happy, because once you get through the numbers now, you get happy when you see that you can use the tax code to benefit you, to benefit your business.
Come
And so
on
now
through.
you're not running from these taxes. Now you're not running from being a cheerful giver, because you know, as you give, stuff is going to come back to you. That's just how the flow of life is. And so once you understand how money works, you will never look at money the same again. And the good thing is, you will never be broke. You will I don't care what's going on in the economy. You will never be broke. You will never be broke, because you understand how to keep the money flowing. You know how to pivot and adjust when necessary. And you know how to make your money grow. And you understand that it takes more than one stream of income in order to do it. So when something in your business on one business is not doing what it needs to do, then that other business is doing it. If that business is doing it, then the other business is doing it. If that's not doing it, then how she teach you with your credit repair, how to put your money in the right accounts in order for it to build up and duplicate your money. Some of you out here duplicating and having babies, you need to duplicate your money just like you have them babies. Okay? Duplicate that. Duplicate like you buy them Louis Vuitton bags and that Gucci and all that. How you be buying all that? You know, some of us, we like to buy hair extensions like myself.
Okay.
Like you duplicate that, you buy a whole lot of them. You need to be making sure your money duplicates as well. And so basically, this class has been amazing. This is just the first week of this particular section. It's going to get more better, more deeper. And I'm encouraging you on today that if you do have that reservation inside of you, that you walking around in the pit of your stomach and you know you're the one that is going to, you just know that you know that you're the one to change the trajectory of your family. You know that you are the curse breaker. You know that all the things that you've been suffering and challenging with, that it's going to stop with you, because you're going to be the one that everybody in your family remembers, because you did what it takes, even when it was hard, to make the necessary change in your family and everything connected to you. Not only your family, but everybody that's connected with you, with your business. Every time they connect with you, they're all being blessed because of what you're doing. This is not just a one linear thing. This connects everything that you do, from a personal to a spiritual to a physical to every business, every partnership, every interview that I do on a show. Everything it's interconnected. And once you get that, you will never be broke. And once you get that, you will always have the skills to rebuild, to replenish, to regrow, and all this. You will never, and your family will never be on the other side of wealth, which is lack. You would never feel it again. And so anyway, and that is when you receive the peace. Because honey, baby, I'm in peace. I have never been in peace my whole life. I thought I was, but I'm in peace. Even when things are going wrong around me, I'm like, God got this. And I know what to do and how to fix it. And if I don't know how to fix it, I know people that can help me get what I need to get in order to obtain what I need to attain, in order to do what I need to do. That's why you need a community. Get off that island by yourself. Get off the island by yourself and come on over to KBBU, because all of us put together, we one big old super brain.
Yes, honey.
We one big
Yes,
super brain.
that's what I'm talking about.
But anyway, that is it.
Hey, thank you so much, Dr. Tina. That was fire. That was fire, and also so heartfelt. Like Coach Yoshi and the rest of our coaches, Coach Doris, Dr. Mary, Coach Cornell. He had to leave, and Dr. Mary and Coach Preston. Hello, and Coach Doris. Yes, so I'm just going to go and end with this. When you think about money and you think about what the economy is telling you, I want you to think about, where does the money go? Does the money disappear off the face of this earth? Or is the money still circulating somewhere in the world to the people who are wealthy? And do you want to be a part of that number? All right, that's all I got for y'all this week.
Can I say something, Michelle?
That's
can
all
I say something?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this: disobedience is very pricey. It's very, very pricey. Disobedience. When you know what you're supposed to be doing and you are not taking that action because of whatsoever reason, fear. I've been there. I have journey. That's, if you know that if things are not working out the way that you expect things to work out right now in your life, then you need to evaluate yourself. There's something you're not doing. There is a principle that is being broken. So you need to evaluate and see. And disobedience is so pricey. It costs a lot. is so costly that you cannot afford to continue the same old pattern. God put that on my heart for me to say, and I just want to say that before we end.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Make sure that you hit that link. Again, it's www.kbbullc.com. If you are a business owner and you're watching us for the first time, we are the one-stop shop for entrepreneurs all across, big and small, medium size. Doesn't matter where you are in your business venture. We have a solution for you. Make sure that you sign up in the private one-on-one sessions, which are the only things that are available right now. If you are a KBBU alumni, you better make sure you're in that next VIP Masters class, or I might even open it up for you guys to come in halfway through. So anyway, we're going to have that class on this Saturday. So our furthering education in the VIP Masters class, where we learn business on a whole different tier, 7-figure, 8 figures, 9 figures. That's where we go in that course. But listen, if you're just watching us for the first time, just make sure you're clicking that link. Make sure you're calling us 855 KBBU LLC. Okay. And if you want to email us, info@kbbullc.com. But thank you all for watching and figure out your number tonight. All right. Take care. Y'all have a good